Okay, we're gonna make a water cube today. So, we're gonna keep the default cube unheard of. We're gonna set the camera to be an orthographic for this one. Make a plane to go under it. This will just have a normal texture. Cube. Make it a bit more interesting. We're gonna rotate it a bit. I'm gonna duplicate it. Find the food. Make this a bit bigger than the other one. Then we're gonna duplicate the fluid one. Make a force field one. And from there, set the gravity scale to 0, set that to 1, or a bit higher. Export animation. Mess. Do the same for the liquid, or fluid. And same to this one. This will be the obstacle. And we're gonna make it empty. We'll still control them off for the animation. So I'm gonna take that back. And we're parent them to the empty. Now we're gonna add a domain. This is a thing that holds all the liquid. Up kind of like that. Make the ground a bit lower. We're gonna set the resolution for the test to be about 100. Set the cube to do some type of rotation in a sec. Like spinning or something. Make a little cool animation. Like that. We're gonna do a test bake. On low resolution to see how it looks. And we're gonna add a bevel to the cube to make it look a bit nicer. We're gonna add it to the force field one with volume force. We're gonna set the strength to about -18, I'll say. Fall off power would do about 4. The higher the fallout power, the more unlikely the water is to fall off from the force field. I'm gonna turn gravity scale off. We don't want gravity here. Bigger than that. Then we gotta bevel it too. Apply. Set the cycles. I do sky for the lighten. Okay, and then we gotta bake it. That was to take a few minutes. You can use the same technique for like a lot of different shapes, the similar effects, really. Like this one here, and all these other examples I've done. It's a very similar technique. You may have to change some of the settings though, and the fall off, and the speed of the animation. It completely depends. Because if your scene moves too fast, you may have to change the gravity and the strength to be a bit stronger. If you try to do a shape along holes with it, you may run into some issues though, so. Let's take a look at the bake now, since it's done. I think that looks pretty good, so let's move on to doing the final bake. The emitter settings, I'm going to set the minimum energy speed to 0.08, which will make it generate more white water. I'm going to set the resolution to 400. We're going to get rid of the old bake data and generate new ones based on new resolution. Now I press bake. And we wait again. When waiting, I'm going to set up the materials. I'm going to set the water to be that Fit Fluids water preset material. Now I'm going to play around with the light and by going back to the sky text, so I'm mucking with it. I'm going to set the cube in the middle to black. I'm going to get rid of that little light in the scene. Let's take a look at the bake now, since it's done. just tested out some different colors of the cube to see which ones I like better. In the end, I went with black though, so. And I added a plane to the background. Give it more of a darker reflection in the final render. On the ground anyways. And to make sure the light doesn't come in through the back the same way either. Mess with the camera a bit more before I do the final render. Okay, time to do the final render. Seems like I forgot to set up any materials for the bubbles, foam, or spray, huh? Oops. Let's just add them in now. Okay, just add the materials. Foam, spray, and bubbles. And that's it, we're done. Render time. Like a video and hit subscribe if you want. Thank you for watching.